I love watching my backyard birds, and I was so excited when Birdfy reached out and said that they would send me a complimentary birdhouse so that I could check it out, test it out, and give you a close-up look so that you can make an informed purchase decision. So I'm going to show you the setup of putting this together and putting it on the pole. The box comes with the entire house unit, and then you have your user manual, which I highly recommend keeping on hand and reading through thoroughly. You have your camera and the antenna. You have a mesh like floor, and then you have your birding tips. I also recommend that you keep this on hand. And then you have some accessories here. The screws are only needed if you're using it with wood, and this is for your pole accessories as well. And your charging cable, which we need to charge the camera before first use. So one thing I do recommend is installing the app first before charging this, because when you charge this, it's going to make a noise trying to find the Wi-Fi signal. So let's go ahead and install the app. This is where you would scan a QR code that's going to connect the app with this device. Installing the app was very, very simple and intuitive. Just simply use the QR code to download the app, and then it will step you through on screen each step of the process. Once you're done with each step, you just simply hit the little arrow and then it takes you to the next step. So it's a really nice, simple pace. You'll want to make sure that your Bluetooth is turned on in order for it to pair. Once that's done, it'll search and find the device. Once that's paired, it'll then locate your Wi-Fi. So go ahead and enter in your password for your network. Once that's done, it will show connected. It will then ask if you want to download the firmware update, which I actually do recommend. It was a very easy process for me. I had absolutely no issues. So we're going to charge this by plugging your USB-C into here. By the way, this is the power button. Then you have a micro SD slot, but please know that this is not for our use. This was for the manufacturer testing the product. So just please be aware this is not for our storage. And this little dot right here is a reboot button in case you ever need it. Silicone. Push in the cord plug so it's nice and tight. Maybe put the cord up here to kind of keep it out of the way. That's what I did. Push it in. Now we have this here. And I'm just going to pull this up a little bit. Give some room for that nest. Now we have the solar panel is connected to charge this. And let's go ahead and talk about the installation to the pole. So since I am installing this to a pole, let me explain how this works. You have a bracket on the back. It's right here. You have two hose clips. You want to use the one that is closest to the size of your pole. So for me, it's this one. So I attached the hose clip to the bracket with the hooks facing upward. That's really important. Then I attached it to the pole and made it really, really tight. And then I slid it onto the bracket that was already attached to the birdhouse. Next, I inserted my pole into a very sturdy base that was made for birdhouses because you don't want it tipping. Once that was in, I secured the base. And you want to make sure that you have a baffle that will keep predators out too from climbing the pole. I haven't put mine on yet, but I will. And also I noticed that my solar panel was not facing the right direction. So one thing that's really nice is that it is adjustable on top. So I just made that adjustment and then re-secured the house. Also make sure that the entry hole is not facing south or west where it would receive the most heat. Ideally, you want it facing north or east and away from the wind. Overall, I am really happy with the setup. It was super easy. I also think just the aesthetics of this house is really nice. It is not an eyesore at all. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait till my first birds come to build their nest and watch.